Greece's European partners try to plot its future. Back home, its citizens are struggling to deal with the present. From tax rises to job cuts, life is far from easy. For some, the only way to survive is to leave. Earlier, I spoke to two brothers from Athens after 2 years searching for a job and 34 unsuccessful interviews. Vasilis Likas decided to pack his bags and move to Belgium, where he finally found work. His brother, Stefanos, already had a job and stayed behind. And earlier, I asked Stefanos what daily life is like there.
People's income is being diminished day after day, and there are new measures and new taxes imposed monthly. And those who do have an income, they feel the stress because they can't handle their lives the way they were used to. And those who are unemployed depend totally on their families and welfare, which isn't much in Greece, never has been. But the interesting thing right now is that people are getting more anxious every day.
Do you believe, Vasilis, that you've made a lucky escape? Do you hold out much hope for the Greek government to actually pull it together?
Definitely, I think that I managed to escape the whole situation, and I'm really not so optimistic for the future because I don't see any real serious effort, any planning, any actual project management on behalf of the Greek government. So I'm not really looking to a big dramatic change that we are all hoping for Greece. I don't see it happening again.
Is there a real sense of disappointment that you feel when you now that you're on the outside looking in? Do you feel a real sense of disappointment in your country?
I feel bitter, first of all, because as I already told you, I found a job here after 2 days of looking for a job, and it took me 2 years to actually say that's enough, I'm leaving Greece. And I'm really disappointed. But I also hope for the future that something will change. People right now is scared, but also are angry. So it's a balance right now.
We're seeing that anger on the streets there of Athens and other parts of Greece as well, Stefanos. People are striking. People are really taking their frustration out on the government. But there are those who are saying, actually, what choice does the Greek government have at this point? They're in a really difficult position. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't think anyways that there are any real political solutions right now. But the government has been giving a very bad image to the people, and perhaps abroad. But for the people here, it's been very bad. There has been no resolution, no impetus for positive measures which could help the economy grow again and come out of this situation.
Stefanos, I guess we could say that you're one of the lucky ones, but what about your friends? Are they in a similar position?
Well, not really. Most of my friends from my childhood are struggling with unemployment, and they've been changing jobs all the time, and most of the time they end up losing it because shops are closing down and businesses are firing all the time.
Vasilis, what's your worst fear, do you believe, when you look at your family is still in Greece? What's your worst fear at this point?
As I said before, is the anger of the people, the ordinary people. I don't know how far it can get. So I don't know if my family will be able to sustain themselves after 1 or 2 years. Of course, I don't want to sound dramatic, but in the last decades, we have seen an excessive waste of money, of resources, and I don't see anything really changing up to today. So we cannot lose any more time or money.
In a situation like this, Stefanos, many people, obviously, they read a lot. They understand exactly what's going on within their own country, and many have their opinions in terms of how it can be fixed. What do you think are the options for the Greek government right now?
Well, my personal opinion is that it should drastically cut public expenses, because what they've been doing up until now is increase taxes for everyone, whereas the part of the economy that has failed has been the government sector. And
you'd be okay with that, with a cut in public spending? You'd be okay to live like that?
Well, I believe that as soon as the government cuts back, the private sector may come forward and fill whatever vacuum will be left there.
And Vasilis, do you think that other countries within the European Union should be perhaps more aggressive in terms of how they help Greece?
It depends what do you mean by aggressive?
Well, at least more forthcoming with their help.
As I said, it's an internal issue, first of all, for Greece. Greece should try to solve this issue without any external interference. However, things have gone too far right now. So what people should try to do is realize that we have a responsibility as a nation also. So some measures are really required to be taken in order to see a better future.
All right,
because right now people is not actually seeing their part of the blame. They believe that all that is because of outsiders, which is not always the case.